Hello and welcome back to my channel. In the video today, we're going to do something a little bit different. Instead of focusing the entire video on one question type, I'm going to go through 5 question types. So the way this is going to work is the first part of the video is the questions, and the second part of the video is the answers. You do not need to pause the video to give yourself time to answer because I've actually included a counter to show you how much time you have left. On the real test, you can submit once you're finished. As this is a video, you can't submit. You can fast forward a bit if you finish, but I recommend that you go back and reread your answer and make sure that it's correct. Now, if you have not taken the Duolingo English Test practice tests, I highly recommend those. They do get repetitive, but if you haven't done them, it's a good way to see what the actual test is like. So I do recommend that you do them at least a few times until they start getting too repetitive for you, because then you can actually see what the test is like. Anyway, like I said, we're going to go through several question types. I can't speak today. 5 of them, in fact. All right, I hope you enjoy the video. Select the real English words in this list. Word 1. Murafit. 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 Word 2. Influential. 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 Word 3. Lawn. 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 Word 4. Arject. 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 Word 5. Logical. 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 Word 6. Generation. 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 Word 7. Excess. 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 Word 8. Pastry. 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 Word 9. Stimulate. 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 Type the statement that you hear. I've spent way too much time thinking about this problem. I've spent way too much time thinking about this problem. I've spent way too much time thinking about this problem. I'm often asked for tips about how to recognize the real English words, and I often respond to this question by saying, take a look at prefixes and suffixes and learn them. And I just thought I would take a couple of examples of that here. If I look at the first word, murafit, the prefix mur means wall. So if you see another word, for example, mural, a mural, you know it has something to do with wall. And a mural is, in fact, a painting on a wall. So murafit, I see mur or mur, and I see fit. And fit means that something is suitable. So to me, it's sort of awkward to say wall suitable. The word doesn't really make sense. And so that's how I know it's not a word. Now, as a native speaker, it's pretty instinctual to recognize that this prefix and suffix don't really work together. But I'm not conscious of that. When I think of English words, I'm not breaking them down by prefixes and suffixes. But as an English learner or a second language speaker, it can help you to sort of familiarize yourself with these. If I look at another one, for example, arject. The prefix ar means into something, but the suffix ject means to throw something. So arject would mean into throw, and those are opposites. So that word doesn't make sense. Dineration. Dine is to eat. Ation is a result of an action, so the word doesn't really make sense. So let's take a look at the words that are English words. Influential, it's an adjective, and it means that something has the power to cause change. Lawn is a noun, and it's an area of grass. Usually it's grass around a house or grass in a park. We would call it a lawn. Logical means that something is sensible or reasonable, and that's an adjective. Excess is a noun, and it means that there is more than is needed. Pastry has a couple of meanings. Pastry is a noun, and it can be the dough that you use to make like pies or some kind of desserts. But it can also be the food that is made from this particular type of dough. So pastry can be a dough, or it can be a food that is made from the dough. Stimulate is a verb, and it means to make something more active. For this one, we just need to say the statement. This can cause damage to houses and other buildings and also lead to death. Once again, we're identifying real English words. You can look up and study the prefixes and suffixes and parts of words. For right now, I'm just going to go over the real words. Endorse is a verb, and it means to say publicly that you support something. Unanimous is an adjective, and it's something that's agreed upon by everybody. Counseling is a noun, and it means advice or support. Tyranny is a noun, and it means cruel or unfair treatment, and it's by someone or more than one person in power. And adequate is an adjective, and it means enough, that you have enough, you have what you need. This is a difficult passage, and I'm aware it is a very difficult passage, but some of you have been asking for more difficult C-test examples, and this is from an actual test. What makes this difficult is you need specific vocabulary. This passage is discussing a time when Julius Caesar introduced the Julian calendar, and the Julian calendar replaced the Roman calendar. So you need words like Julian. You need to know what a leap day is, and it's difficult because this is very specific vocabulary to history and historical time periods. Now, don't get too intimidated by the difficulty that you may encounter on the Duolingo English Test. The test is designed to throw out different levels of questions for you. If you get some of these words right, then great. And don't panic if you don't get any of them correct. The test is designed to throw out many different levels, many different questions. It's going to be okay. The last question just asks you to type the statement that you hear, and here it is. I hope you found this video helpful. If you like this format and would like me to continue doing different question types within one video, you can leave that in the comments. I probably will do several videos focused on specific question types, but if you enjoy this format, I may try to do more. I know several of you have asked me to make a complete Duolingo English test. I haven't had time to do that, but this is sort of an idea of what something like that might look like in the future. All right, anyway, thanks again for watching, and good luck to you that are taking the test soon.